Hi guys, this is Vanya with RC Alley. Thanks for tuning in again. Today I have my Tekno EB48.4 in front of me and I'll be doing a review on it. Let's get started. Alright, the first thing I want to talk about is the body. It looks way better than the previous one. It's taller, it's easier to fit a bigger battery pack underneath, and so far it seems to be a little bit more durable. I have about 30 packs through the car, and it's held up pretty well, except this end piece that did start cracking, but it's still holding on, so that's not too bad. I did decide at first to go with Velcro to hold the body down, but after running it for a little while I decided to add just the front body clip. This just kept the front end of the body from popping up when I was hitting the kick-up jump at my local track, or the kick, or whatever you call it. Other than that, I did drill a few holes in the body right here on the side pod just to get some cool air in, and then a couple or 3 holes in the rear here to dissipate some of the heat from the motor. It wasn't running super hot or anything, it just was a little warmer than I would have liked it. So that did the trick. I didn't need to add any fans or anything else on there. Here's a little closer look of the damage. As you can see, it is cracking, but the sides here are still holding on to this end piece right here. So I think it'll last for a little while longer. And after it does break off, I did Velcro this end piece to the body post. So even if it does break off, it'll still look fine because it'll be filling this area right here. The Velcro will be holding on to it. Alright, let's move on. Next, I'd like to talk about the durability, and the only issue I ever had with anything breaking or bending on my EB48.3 is these 2 front hinge pins right here, the inner ones on the A-arm. And I would bend one probably every 5 packs or so, just you know, bad crashes during practice days, stuff like that. But I haven't had any issues with this car. So like I said, about 30 packs through it, and I still haven't bent one of the stock hinge pins. I did bend a bunch of Lunsford ones on my EB48.3. Other than that, I mean, Tekno's really known for building some very, very durable cars. And other than, you know, regular wear and tear, you know, your A-arms might stretch a little bit, eyelets, stuff like that, rod ends, you know, shock cabs, those will stretch out over time. But no breakages whatsoever. There really isn't too much more to say. It's yeah, it's durable. Unless you know, take it straight into a brick wall or something, it's pretty much going to survive. Moving on to the performance of the car. The car is a performer right out of the box. It did great. I ended up putting Ryan Lutz's Futaba OS Nitro Challenge setup on it. That's my local track. That's the layout we're running on. Just a couple minor changes and the car was pretty much there. So jumping, landing wise, Tekno, since the release of those giant shocks on the previous version of this car, has been known to soak up some of the biggest jumps, no problem. This car is no exception. Landing, you know, is so smooth. If you hit your marks, you're just gonna feel like butter when you hit the ground. You know, don't overshoot the jump, don't undershoot it, but you know, if you nail it 100%, it'll be seamless move from air to ground. And then as far as cornering, you know, this car is very nimble. That narrow chassis keeps it nimble. It doesn't feel as planted as some of the Kyoshos or Mugans out there. Even the low C is pretty good, TLR I should say. But it's nimble, it's quick, acceleration is great, it's really smooth on braking. Yeah, the performance is excellent. you know, in the right hands, this car could probably win a world championship. I think I ended up with 47.5 associated oils in the front of the car and 45 weight in the rear. That is way stiff compared to what I ran my EB48.3, but these emulsion shocks do require thicker fluid to function properly. As for the diffs, currently I'm at 10 in the front, 7 in the middle, and 5 in the rear. I could go down a little bit in the front, but the outdoor season is pretty much over, so I'll just wait till I see the new layout and next year and go from there. So the main difference I noticed from the previous version of this buggy is that it has a lot more steering. Even with the limiters in the steering, it still feels great. I mean, you can turn into any 180 and the car will rotate just fine. So in conclusion, would I recommend this buggy to an average RCer? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. Tekno is known for making some of the most durable kits and very competitive kits. So it doesn't really matter if you're racing or bashing, these are great products that'll last a long time. It jumps great, it lands great, it's good under braking, it's got plenty of steering on and off power. There's really nothing I can say bad about this buggy. So it's a great buggy, and when you take into consideration that it's one of the cheaper ones on the market, on Tower Hobbies you can get it for around $480, $490 depending on the coupons they have at the time. That's as good of a deal as you can get on a new competition kit of this caliber. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below and I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. Thanks for tuning in for the review of the Tekno EB48.4. Hopefully you've learned a little bit about the buggy. I love mine. If you have one, let me know. Let me know what your favorite thing about it is. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.